Welcome into the Fanspeak Network. I am your host, Justin Bruni. Joining me, as always, is my co-host and partner, Mr. Andrew, the TD King. Rob, happy Friday Eve, sir. How are we doing?
Great, man. Great to be back in the saddle. Took a hiatus to go on vacation with the fam. Great time. Sucked not being able to draft at the beach, but did get in some slow drafts. So fortunately, those are still going on. It always reminds me when I jump in a slow draft how annoying they actually are. Just prefer the fast drafts, man. So ready to get back to it.
I'm drafting number 96 tonight. Zero slow drafts. Not my style. Can't do it. I did have some startup drafts. I had like a 50+ round dynasty startup. That was a slow draft that we actually wound up finishing faster than a live Scott Fishbowl draft. I went to Philly to do a live draft. Didn't finish it there. And only got through like 10 rounds. Actually, we didn't even get to 10 rounds. We were supposed to. We only got to like the end of round 9. And then everyone was just like, well, looks like people are making picks on their phone. I'm leaving. See ya. We're done. And then I'm still like literally waiting for my last pick that I think I turned it on auto. I just set the queue and just like, I'm good with any of these guys. I don't care. It's 22 rounds, super flex, deep league. So yeah, those were my slow drafts as of late, and a ton of fast drafts. Obviously, tonight's number 96, like I said. So very excited to get into a draft with you tonight, but also excited because training camp is here. We've arrived, buddy.
Yes,
couple of weeks here. We're going to be having some preseason games. Oh boy. I'm going to be starting the Chicago Bears Hard Knocks.
We are a week away from week, if you want to call it 0, the preseason, the Hall of Fame game. Week from today, baby.
I mean, it's tough to consider that much of anything because it's usually so bad a game.
But it's still NFL.
Bet the under. Bet the
under. That's right.
Right. Always bet the under in the Hall of Fame game, even though I'm pretty sure I hit the over last year. Tends to happen. Those darn books. But tonight we are going to be looking at some training camp news. If you are in the chat, be sure to throw in any topics you'd like to talk about, anything that you'd like to go over. I'm going to pull up our board here and show you what we're looking at.
Bruni, just so you know, Jeff T here checking in says, just so you know, Bruni, you inspired my new Zoom background. You are officially an influencer. I was influenced.
I appreciate you. Just for reference, new background tonight. If you can't tell here, we've got the team here on the fridge. So we're riding strong here. We're in midseason form here already.
Check that out.
Feeling good. Got the team up on the board, up on the background.
What's the in-season schedule for you two? Yeah, it's yet to be determined. We will be doing some content, a lot of battle royale stuff for the in-season. So stay tuned to that. But it's not set in stone yet. But there will definitely be some Bruni and Rob in season for you guys.
We will be here. Like I said, throw any news topics you'd like into the chat. After we roll through about maybe 10, 12 minutes of news, we're going to jump into a live draft. Of course, stick around for that. Jump in the lobby, jump in the streets with us. Let's mix it up. First up here, Joe Mixon. The Texans aren't worried about him, Andrew. Are you?
I mean, not yet. It is slightly concerning, especially because it's a hamstring injury. We all know, that those things can linger. So there's a little bit of concern, but not too much yet. Again, I mean, we're still early. Just, we got 4 weeks until, a little over 4 weeks until actual NFL, week 1. So not too concerned yet, but definitely something to keep an eye on. That is for sure.
I haven't seen any real effect in the streets. I did a few drafts yesterday, a few drafts today. I didn't really see any effect here. I actually got Dameon Pierce second to last pick in the draft. He fell quite a few spots. I don't remember what the exact fall was, but I think it was like 7 to 12 picks, somewhere in that range. So I was very surprised to get that scoop as like my 6 RB in a 268 build that late when there's actually kind of some positive news or some positive beat to his rhythm for preseason. So that was unexpected.
Dameon Pierce currently at 18.5% for your boy here on in BBM.
I think I have a pretty good amount of Pierce as well. Let me pull up my Pierce exposure. What did you say yours was?
18.5.
18.9. Nice. Step and flow. Let's go. Dan Jones, Xavier Legette. Any excitement there for you?
No, not really. I mean, Legette's interesting just because of the unknown as a rookie, and you can get him later. Dan Jones, I mean, it's okay. He's not going to be somebody I put in 2 QB builds. It has to be a 3 QB build, and you know me, I'm not much of a 3 QB guy, so I'm going to have very little exposure to Dan Jones, but a little bit here and there.
Is that a random guy that's just on the Chiefs, Mike?
Jared Wiley, yeah, he's the new one of the tight ends.
Is he?
I
don't. Yeah, I'm not drafting the backup tight end there. I mean, you're essentially just drafting a Kelsey handcuff.
Yeah, here. And there was a clip today I did see. I thought, yeah, Jared Wiley catches passes from Patrick Mahomes at Chiefs training camp.
Wow.
I think he had a one-handed catch as well. I think that's probably what he's talking about. But yeah, I mean, I don't think so either. I mean, if you want to get really different and draft him on one team with a Mahomes stack, fine. I mean, all it takes is Travis Kelce to go down, and then Jared Wiley could be, very good for them. But I mean, I'm not gonna draft him a ton.
No, I'm not. Again, drafting a backup tight end, I could list a lot of other backup tight ends that we'd feel a lot more comfortable with, and we've gone through this before. Like a guy like Isaiah Likely, good backup tight end that typically just gets in there and mixes it up. Whether it's a random spike week, even with Mark Andrews healthy, or it's filling in for an injured Mark Andrews. So there are plenty of other backup tight ends to also consider if you're gonna somehow incorporate backup tight end into your strategy.
You just mentioned, injuries, right? If anybody does want to go check out and follow the DGen doc, Sebastian Firon, who we had on a little bit ago, you can go on YouTube. It's the DGen docs. Give them a follow. He will be bringing out a bunch of stuff, and he already has a bunch of stuff about injuries, what to expect, how long will it take him to be 100%, just a lot of the stuff that we need to know as fantasy players. So definitely go follow them. It's two guys just like us, going at it. They're both in the health profession. So, definitely go give them a shout out and a check out.
Yeah, that's fair, Jeff. At Kelsey's ADP, you're getting a huge discount from last year. He was a round 1 pick, maybe round 2 if you were lucky. This year, he's right in that same range as all those guys, round 4. And I feel like getting off of Kelsey at that ADP is probably better. I think that just a lot of people are easily going to tap his name, especially at that ADP, especially a lot of casuals. Holy moly. I did a couple of these last year, and this year I'm only doing a few more, and I got Travis Kelce in the 4th round. That's crazy. But you can get Mark Andrews, Trey McBride, Dalton Kincaid, Mark Andrews. I mean, elite tight end is right there just waiting for you in round 4 if you want to get creative and go that direction. So I do agree with you based off of where he's at versus what these other guys can do and what their potential ceilings are. Yeah, I agree with you. He is definitely a smidge overvalued. I won't say a lot, but I would say you're right, a smidge overvalued. All right, let's get back to our board here. We had Dan Jones and Xavier Legette, excuse me. Dan Jones, getting any shares? Getting a couple of bumps?
Yeah, maybe, like I said, in 3 QBs potentially, but not a ton. Again, the Giants offense is kind of helter-skelter. So and he's, battled those injuries as well with the neck. So it's always concerning a little bit there, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll throw him in there every now and again.
No, the Giants have a lot of opportunity with late round stacking. Pick a tight end, Darius Slayton, Jalen Hyatt, Dan Jones mixed in there. A lot of opportunity there, at least just for the late rounds to get something a little bit more unique dialed in. Breece Hall, Justin Watson, Nick Chubb, nothing really.
Oh man, Nick Chubb placed on PUP. Oh my god,
crazy, yeah.
Crazy. So who would have guessed that? Wow. Still, I don't know if you saw, he has surpassed Jerome Ford in drafts now.
I saw that they were dead even. I didn't see that he passed him. I saw he was dead even with him. He was bumper to bumper.
Oh, yeah, bumper to bumper, but he's technically ahead of him. He is the slot right above him in
okay.
The RBs.
Well, no, then that's changing on the hour then, because I did one last night, and he was, like I said, like bumper to bumper. He was right behind him. So if he's right ahead of him, he is live. He's going to be climbing. My advice to people with Nick Chubb has just been 4, 5, 6. If you get him as your running back 4, 5, 6, I just don't think it hurts you. I think if you get him into the top 3, I think you're in trouble. I think you've got a lot of work to do.
Are you open to taking Ford and Chubb back to back?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. I've done the same thing with Eckler and Brian Robinson, but like you and I have talked about, you probably want 6 running backs, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, and in both those scenarios as well. But yeah, I don't know. I see it and I think about it. I'm like, all right, I'll take Ford, and I take Ford, and I'm like, do I take Chubb? I don't know. I mean, is it worth taking Chubb if he plays?
What's your exposure for both? I know we're both high on Ford. I'm 21% on Ford.
Ford, I'm currently 18.9.
Wow, I have more Ford than Andrew. That's wild.
But I mean, you've drafted how many? This will be draft 63 for me.
All right, how much Chubb do you have? Because my Chubb is a big
how much
difference.
Chubb do I have in the morning? In the morning, a ton. Nick Chubb in BBM, I have a flat 0.
Wow, really? A flat
None.
0?
Flat 0.
Interesting. I have 5%. I think that's fair.
Sure, I don't think so either. I don't know. I mean, I guess I like Ford a lot, and I worry that if this was Chubb's first injury like this, and he's coming back, okay. But the second one, and it was really bad, and I know he's squatting, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, he squats 500." It's again, I checked with Sebastian. I said to him, I was like, "Yo, like, should I be looking at Chubb a little bit more?" And he was like, "Dude, he's like, no." He's like,
lifting weights.
Yeah, he's like, it's completely different lifting weights as opposed to out there running and cutting and all that. He's like, now if he was out there doing that, maybe, but until that happens, like, no. So am I gonna take some? Probably, but I mean, I'll have less than 5% on Chubb and BBM.
Yes, and Jeff makes a great point here. He is underweight on Chubb, and I think that's what most of us want. But I've been getting him at before this price, right? Like I've got my 5%. It's a total of what is that? 5 drafts out of 95, Andrew. Like I think that's pretty decent. Getting him anywhere from 4, 5, or 6, that many drafts. I'm with Jeff here. I don't see the point in taking more of him now, especially myself, because I've gotten really good value. But that's not to say that he won't fall in some drafts. It's not to say that he actually won't fall 10 or 15 picks still, and you might be able to get him at value. And I think that's an appropriate time to take him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, PSA to everybody. He's probably gonna fall again now that he's placed on PUP. I think people are gonna, we had the little bit of bump there for him. I think he's gonna fall back down again. So wait a little bit, and then if you want to take him, fine.
Let's do a quick hit on Paris Campbell. They're saying he's starting off as the 3rd wide receiver. What in the world?
Yeah, maybe starting off, but I mean they drafted 2 rookies, right? I mean, so I assume that by the end of the year, which is what we're all playing for, right? I would rather take a shot. I actually like Johnny Wilson over I don't know how to say his first name, but Smith there.
Anais.
Yeah, Anais.
There's only
I like
room
Johnny
for
Wilson.
one Smith here, pal.
Yeah, I like Johnny Wilson a little bit more as far as like his profile coming out of college. So I would take a shot on him potentially. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, I think Campbell is going to start as the 3, but by the end of the year, I don't think he's going to be the 3.
I mean, will you draft a single share of Paris Campbell?
No.
Same here. Keandre Miller injures hamstring at practice. Where are you at on
Dennis
him?
Allen, dude. That dude is such a clown. He like acts like this is Kendra Miller's fault. He's like, well, yeah, he has hamstrings, and can he get on the field? Like, we're gonna need.
He's
him.
got a hamstring. He said he's got a hamstring. No shit, I've got a hamstring, pal.
I'm still gonna draft Kendry. I was going a little harder on him at the earlier part of BBM. I've cooled off, and I probably still will cool off a little bit. He's probably gonna fall a little bit with this news. People read this and they're like, oh no. So I'll wait a little bit, but I'll still scoop him up. I mean, he was solid when they had him in last year. Kamara, all it takes is one injury, and then we're gonna have somebody else filling in. That could be Jamal Williams, I guess, but he didn't really do well last year in this system. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. Again, I'm not going to overreact to this right now.
What's your exposure on Kamara and Miller?
Let me see. Kamara, I'm at 8.7. And
I feel like you have a similar number for Miller.
Miller, 6.7.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm at 2% Miller, only 2 entries. And Kamara, I'm much higher, 14%.
Yeah.
I figured you'd be a little bit more balanced. If each of you could challenge one FF creator to a winner-take-all match, who would it be? You lose, you leave the content game, and you will, win? All their followers are instantly loyal to you. Go with it.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we're really thinking about this the correct way, you'd want to go with somebody who has a decent following so you can get all that following.
No, you want someone who has a following that's an idiot. So I want the counselor. But his fans are idiots. because they like him.
Yeah. I mean, one guy that I can't. I don't really like his content is Josh Larkey. Don't really like his content. Find him kind of annoying. So I would take him. But there's a guy that I'll leave. There's a show that I'll leave unnamed that I know we could smoke both of them. And but their following is lackluster. So I don't want to go down that path.
Andrew,
From the top ropes.
I didn't know you had those shots in you. That was good. He's keeping a straight face too. He's doing such a good job. Snipers. Yeah, I would take on the counselor. I mean, if I really just want to challenge myself, like if I really just want to like dig in and
you taking on Pete?
Yeah, it's gotta be Pete, or
say,
it's gotta be
if you win, you got that following. Ooh.
Nah, it's gotta be Pete or Herzig. I mean, Herzig is such a dominator in the sport, you know what I mean? Like finals every single year, 5 years straight. I mean,
the Herz.
That's something to inspire to. You know what's funny? I was doing some research for a little show that we've got planned for you guys, a little Best Ball Jeopardy. It's going to be coming out. We're going to have Andrew and Megan dueling it out, and I was doing some research on BBMDB, looking for some ideas on questions from Best Ball Mania 4. I thought Herzig had one more hit than me. I had one more hit than him. So I had more advance rates than all my heroes, than anyone that I would challenge to take on. So
yeah, he's already been. I mean, he obviously made to the finals, but he made to the finals every year. That's the only person to do it. So
and he wears the crown. I mean,
yeah, kudos to him.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it would definitely have to be Herzig or Pete. That's a tough question, Mike. But I like him. Keep him coming. Mike Robb, he says that was awesome. So undercover. Undercover.
He knows.
Andrew, you dog. I love it. Keely Ringo seeing first team work. I don't even know who that is. I'm pretty sure it's probably like a offensive line person. I'm just fucking around. Let's see who else. Isaac Garendo injures hamstring Wednesday. That's also interesting. No, does that bump up Elijah Mitchell a little bit more? I feel like Elijah Mitchell is going a little bit ahead of ADP right now, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I actually recently just took him in a slow. Yeah, I mean, it was always Elijah Mitchell. It's just what was happening behind that, and I still think that's way up in the air. But this does not help the rookie. That is for sure.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely not. I mean, I think you learned your lesson with is it Tyrion Davis?
Yes, TDP. Oh my God, that
Price Davis Price.
Yeah,
Tyrion
Davis Price,
because he doesn't exist anymore.
TDP, the original breadwinner.
The original breadwinner. Yeah, very good sign for Elijah Mitchell. I really hope they don't sign anybody though, because how annoying would it be?
I don't think so. Because didn't they draft another rookie? I think they drafted 2 rookies.
Another running back? No, they drafted 2 receivers.
I could have swore they drafted 2 rookies.
If they drafted another rookie running back, I'm not sure who it is. I know they got Cowing and Pearsall. Those were 2 big ads.
Yeah, maybe they didn't.
Javonte Williams looking sharp at practice. Can I get Jaleel McLaughlin any more at a steal?
Yeah, I mean, and this was after they were like, Javonte's,
we're gonna cut him.
Yeah, fighting for a spot with Piron.
He's cut.
And I mean, what is that? What was that? A day or 2 before this looks sharp at practice news comes out. I mean, this is where people. I mean, you really got to sift through the weeds with all this fucking camp news. I mean, honestly, I'm still gonna draft Javonte. He's gonna be the lead guy right out of the gate. Now, does he hold it? That's a different question. Who knows? But I will say Estime has become much more interesting of a late round target as well. So
he's getting some talk. He's getting some talk. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on here somewhere. So are you grabbing more Estime? Let's look at our Broncos exposures, because I already know I got 1,000,000,000% McLaughlin. 23.
I have 3% Estime right now, and this is not since any of this news. I did already have this. Now, if we go back to Big Board, I drafted Estime a couple times there, so that was cool to get him, but only 3% currently here.
I have 0 Estime in the Big Board. I have 3% Javonte and 23% McLaughlin.
I have 6.7 Javonte, and McLaughlin, I do know I have him up there as well, 15%.
Yeah, that's I mean, wait, who'd you say you have 15%?
McLaughlin.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, wait a minute, you don't have that much Javonte.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna back off a little bit on the old McLaughlin a little
I'm
bit.
trying to. It's just that you and me draft so much alike, where we're just constantly avoiding early running back. You know, even in a 6 RB build, I'm just like, you know what, more Jalil, fuck it. You know, I'm just like, who else in this range do I really trust? He's that guy. So I mean, if I hit this, or I mean, there's lots and lots of people that are in on Jalil McLaughlin. It's not really a new thing anymore. It's kind of, if anything, it's kind of old, but
yeah.
There will be some of us that really smash it. Jeff was adding that tidbit about Mitchell.
Oh, sorry.
Jake Wiles was saying Keaton Mitchell. But no, he was saying about he's been bad. I mean, he's been hurt. I think that's been the big issue. When you look at his rookie season, when he was healthy and he played, he had a great yardage and great usage. I believe he was close to double-digit touchdowns, and he averaged 100 all-purpose yards in each game played. So he knows the system, he knows the coaching, he knows the scheme. Like, if he's there, it's such a good situation. I mean, he may not be amazing talent-wise. I mean, he's not someone that like NFL GMs are like, oh yeah, man, I'm just picking up the phone. Is Elijah still available?
So last year when he was filling in for CMC the last 2 games, he went 17 for 80 and a touchdown and 14 for 52 and a touchdown. So I mean, I understand he's not that great of a running back, but he knows the system. The system's really good for running backs. And I mean, I don't really see any of the other guys kind of taking over for him. So I'm still in on Elijah Mitchell.
I wanted to ask you about the Buffalo Bills. We got like some positive notes for Shakir, Coleman, Curtis Samuel. I mean, like, we're hearing good things about all these guys. Kincaid as well. Yeah. What's your position on this receiver set? I know that Kincaid is a big guy for you. I know you have a lot of exposure to him, but talk me through some of your Bills exposure.
Yeah, so let's start with Shakir since we're on him. 11.7% Shakir.
You said 11?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming that's based on the value. I'm at 10.5 Shakir, so very similar.
Yep. Curtis Samuel 6.7.
Okay, I'm a bit higher, 14.7, and to me, it's just where he's going, like around that ADP. I think he's a very good hit. You're getting a hit in a top offense. He's a player that can take off the top, you know, big playability, spike week potential. So a little bit higher on him. Okay. What about Coleman?
Coleman, 6.7.
6.7. I'm at 7.4. So that's interesting. We're pretty close other than Curtis Samuel. What about Dalton Kincaid? I have just like 1 share. I need more. Kincaid.
Oh man,
it's because I take so much Trey McBride and Mark Andrews. Like, those are the guys I've been taking a lot of at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm currently at 11.5% Kincaid. I'm going to bump that up by the end of the season, or by the end of draft season. I would like to have that be closer to 20%.
What about Josh Allen for you? I mean, he is the glue that holds it all together now.
Yeah, only 6.7% there too. It's just
I'm at 7.4.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's a lot of lucrative picks right there. There's a lot of lucrative picks right there.
Yeah.
I'm with you though. I like yourself. If you want more Kincaid, I want more Kincaid too. I only have like literally 1 share. I'm kind of surprised at that, but when I look at, you know, Trey McBride at that 14%, Andrews at that ADP, he's at 7.4, so pretty similar.
I'm at 8.3 McBride, 13.3 Andrews. I'm surprised I have more Andrews than I do Kincaid. That is interesting to me. I did not know.
How much Hurts and Mahomes do you have? They're a similar ADP there.
Let's see. Mahomes 3.3, and who else?
Hurts.
Hurts 5%.
Yeah, I have 3.2 Hurts, so very close to yours. And then Mahomes, I have 6%. Interesting.
Yeah. And again, it's just because how we draft.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and when you're getting those guys that, I mean, I don't want to say late, but it's an adjusted cost from last year that I think that we're purposely leveraging, because we have that experience where we're just like, oh, wow, we saw the teams that we built last year, how well we did it when we advanced. And then you look at those teams, and you're just like, elite QB, elite QB, elite QB. Yeah, I know that we both hit on like Sam Howell, but I also hit a ton of like Trey McBride, and we don't know who those guys will be this year.
Yep.
But at the same time, like the way that we were able to find success, you're getting friendlier ADP this year to get those similar types of builds.
Yeah. And Jeff points out that the Bills room, it might just end up being where there's like not a true number one.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah. You might see something like the Packers, but the nice thing is that they're high value touches regardless. because they play with Josh Allen and they play in Buffalo. They become less high value maybe if you get into like a snow bowl or a situation like that. But I mean, do you ever take that into consideration? Like, oh, I'm not going to draft the Bills. They might play in a game where they, win 3-6 or 6-3.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Who else can we go through here? We've been on the news for a while, so we should probably get to the getting here. Anyone else that you really wanted to cover from a news standpoint?
No, I mean, camp just started, so we don't have a ton. Like I said, I mean, we already said something about Estime. I saw you went past him. But
what's your thoughts on Quentin Johnston? He's been getting some love from the staff.
Yeah, but he was running with the 2s. Again, I'm still taking the shot on year 2 potential breakout in a room that I know they like Josh Palmer, but besides that, I don't really think they have like super big loyalty to anybody else. So I think that he can fight his way into 3 wide receiver sets, even 2 if he does start to perform a little bit. Obviously, your boy Chark, I have like no DJ Chark. I may end up taking some of him to kind of offset the Quentin Johnston love I have. But yeah, I mean, again, it's
let's not get crazy.
What for Chark?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just double check. Oh my God, I did draft him once. Oh, that's right. You and I drafted him on that team together. Yeah. I have 1.7%.
Oh, then I have 6.5.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I have one extra share.
That's so funny. Let's see. Quentin Johnston, I have 13%.
No, let me. How much percent?
13. Quentin Johnston.
Wow.
I have 16.7.
You're Palmer. You're in on Johnston. What are you talking about?
I like Quentin Johnston. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I've drafted him a bunch. It sucks that he's running with the 2s, not the 1s. So I still think he will be able to work his way into the top 2, top 3 guys.
That's fair. Jake calling his shot here, saying Curtis Samuel to the moon, going to be the number 1.
It's funny that Jake just said that. I just put in my first off-season bet where I'm parlaying like people to get over 750, over 1,000, over 1,250. I did put Curtis Samuel in there for 750 plus yards. I think it was like plus 100 or plus 140 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I did put that in there. So it's funny he says that. I do think Curtis Samuel can. I think he's going to get a lot of like long shots. That's where I think that he'll.
That's what he takes off the top. Yeah. I mean, he could finish with the most yardage. I don't know about the most touchdowns. I think that might be difficult.
No, I think the touchdown thing's kind of low, but
I think yardage is definitely in his wheelhouse, and I think catches is right there for the taking for Keon Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
Last one, Gabe Davis over his knee injury. You gonna give him any love? You gonna give him some love?
Excuse me. I do have Gabe Davis. I have him 10% right now. Just kind of to show I have 9% Brian Thomas, so I'm kind of correlating those two back and back. I think that they're going to kind of eat into each other's workload based off of what they're good at doing. And then obviously Kirk, I probably have 17% Kirk.
Yeah. So Kirk, I have 12. Gabe, I have 15. I have no Thomas.
Is the Gabe love for you? Is it where he's going, or do you actually think that he's going to be a good guy? Yeah, it's where he's going, right? Because if you look at the other wide receivers, I do not
like Thomas at his ADP, and I think that him and Gabe Davis, they still have similar roles this year. It's no different than the Puka and the Cooper Kupp swap. Like, oh yeah, I'll take Cooper. I'll take Puka, but I don't have to. I can get the other guy in his offense that's going to do just as much work.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Hey,
what up,
in the
Spread?
Chat. Sup,
what
Spread?
Up, Spread? All right, you ready to get into this year draft here?
Yeah, I was just going to say Spread was doing the Lord's work out there, doing it by himself to over the last couple of shows. So shout out to Spread, because that is not an easy thing to do.
What are you talking about? The Lord's work. Let's see here. We're going to jump into this draft. Gonna get funky
again for anybody who's crazy. Like a Michael Scott over your shoulder. That's awesome.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna count it down here in just a moment. Let me get it pulled up because I'm gonna do it on my phone first so we can avoid the location.
Also, shout out to Underdog for putting in the number of entries though. So if you're a guy who likes to draft a lot of slows, you don't have to go through and click it a bunch. You can just put in there however many you want to get entered into, and it'll automatically enter you into that. So pretty cool.
That was interesting. I had to kind of not, hit the multiple button there.
Yeah, no. You don't want to do that with BBM.
Don't do that. All right. 3, 2, 1. I'm peeking my head in. Don't go in.
Oh,
just
no.
Yet. Nope, don't do it. Draft starting soon.
Yep.
Are you in it?
Yeah, I'm in it.
It says it's starting soon. Let's see. No, I don't think we're in this one together.
Yeah, huh? You're 7, I'm 4.
I'm 6.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at round 2. Okay, all right, we're in. Wow, that was close.
That is not good. Close. We can't get the people in. You want to do a second? You want to double it up?
No, we're not doubling it up.
Doubling up for the people?
We have another draft tomorrow night.
That is true, but hey, I just want to let people know if you're voting for Bruni or I for favorite host, I am for the people. Trying to double up.
All right, you send me 25 for tomorrow. We're good.
Look, we got the old merch god himself checking in, Mr. Paquin. Double it up, he says.
Yep, love it.
Oh, for the people, bro.
I'll do it, but it'll be a struggle tomorrow.
Everyone, we're gonna Venmo Bruni $4 each until we get to 25.
Well, if you want to double up, we'll double it up. I'm down.
Oh boy, I'm for it.
All right, here we go.
All right, enter.
Get the practice in.
Are you ready?
For your streams.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, you want to do it right now? Not right now.
No. Oh, yeah. I meant double it up like back to back.
No. I meant after this draft.
Oh, I see.
You're on the
man,
clock.
you can't do 2.
I don't want to do 2 because I'm also doing a show. I'm doing the show and I haven't even shared the screen.
Damn. You haven't even shared the screen. That is true. We do, yeah. He is right. We do have another show tomorrow night. We are filling in. Same time, same place. Or maybe 10. Who knows? 9:30 or 10. Jake says lame. Oh man, both double Jakes. We got Jake squared, double it up, and lame.
Yep.
Bruni, on your screen you could double draft and have both drafts up at the same time.
I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Damn. That is the first time that's ever happened to us where we were the only people to get in. Tough. Sometimes it'd be like that though, right? We can't control how many people are in the rooms, unfortunately.
That is true. Do you know any of these people in this lobby?
I don't think so. I was looking through. I mean,
I don't know any of these names. Baby Ball.
I don't think so.
It's not even, I like to shout out a cool name every now and again, but like these all suck. Stormborn, that's a Game of Thrones reference, so that's cool, I guess. But then they like put 118 on it. Like, was Stormborn already taken on its own?
Maybe it's his favorite number. TD King, I don't know if it was taken, but I still added 23 to it.
Favorite number. You're just trying to give people your passwords.
You think I use TD King 23 as a password?
You use the number 23 in something. That's for sure. Or 32.
It's true. It is true. Yeah. Big booty lover 69 23.
Yeah, well, when those bots on Twitter text you like, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" Green 23. Oh, yeah. Got you're locked. You're locked in. What's your favorite color? What street did you grow up on?
I always love those ones that come up. They're like, "I want be friend." I'm like,
I bet you do.
Yeah.
No, my favorite thing to do is like when you get like those random texts like, "Oh, hey, are you in town this weekend?" I'm like, "Fuck you. Fuck your mother." Like,
not today, ISIS. Not today.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing.
Jake said draft 1 by myself, so you guys have a chance of advancing. Oh, what a guy! He joins Underdog for the first year. Now he's all high and mighty.
Jake. He's got his badge.
Wild.
He can. Jake, talk your shit, brother. Talk. You got a badge before me.
I mean,
talk your shit.
And of course, Jake Paquin just welcomed back to Underdog as they allowed Michigan back. So that was nice.
That is nice. I started off with Bijan and Devontae, just a couple of dogs, just getting after it.
I took Jamar Chase, and then I'm probably going to take Taylor. He fell here. I don't have a lot of Taylor, so let's do that.
Yeah, it's a nice little fall for JT there. I still am very comfortable taking Barkley or JT at the turn if I really want to go running back. I think they're round 1 clicks, in my opinion.
I feel that.
I feel like they're very much a coin flip between those last 3 picks of Puka, Wilson, and Drake London.
Yes.
Very much so.
Can I get
Marvin
Devontae
Harrison
Smith?
and Olave went pick 13. That feels a little early.
Oh, Cooper Kupp. Man, Cooper Kupp has just been rising up. I mean, he just went over Devontae Smith. Come on. Damn it.
You're saying that Kupp is up?
Up Kupp.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Who do you like receiver wise in that range? Waddle, Evans, Kupp, Smith, DK. I know I have the most.
Hold on, I'm on the clock real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Get off the clock.
Man, God, I don't believe in Malik Neighbors. You know what? He's going to keep getting more and more expensive. Let's go double running back. I took Derrick Henry.
Yep. I did one the other day with what was it? CMC, Barkley, and Henry.
Interesting.
Sick.
To answer your question though, like I like Waddle, I like Evans, I like Kupp, I like Smith, I like Metcalf. I like them all. If I have to pick rank them wise, I think for this formatting, half PPR and touchdowns is kind of what we're hunting for. I think I like Evans the most there. It'd probably go Evans, Waddle, Smith, Kupp for me, followed by Metcalf.
I would go Kupp, Evans, Metcalf, Smith, Waddle.
Okay.
I have the least amount of Jalen Waddle, but I have gotten more of him recently.
Kneecap biting with the Motor City Lions. Hello, new sub guys. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the shit show.
That sounds like a great channel. Ooh, QB going a little early. Josh Allen typically touching the 40s, goes at 34. Jalen Hurts goes ahead of him at 33. He's also typically touching the 40s. So that's interesting. I think I'm going to be in a tight end dilemma here, but I'm thinking that this was it Yraz is going to definitely be going Kincaid here. Let's see. Love it, dude. Love it. That is how you bite kneecaps, brother. That's how you get on your knees and work. Let's go.
We since you are new, we do 4 shows a week. My Bruni and myself typically are on Thursday night. We have some other people who do some podcasting here with us as well. But we do stream live drafts 4 times a week. So welcome and look forward to seeing you in here. If you are you in the draft by any chance? Because that'd be pretty cool as well. Jeff T says, I don't like Neighbors that cost 2. I'll be underweight on Neighbors. Don't think he can pay off at a 3rd round ADP in that Giants offense. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to get targets. I just worry that those targets aren't going to be very valuable. I mean, look, we already saw Dan Jones miss Devin Singletary on a little screen there. Like that was pretty piss poor. So I expect to see a lot more of that from Dan Jones. And if Dan's not there, I mean, it's not like they have a great backup system either. So yeah. I was at the draft as a member of the press. Very nice as well. That's
sick,
what's
dude.
up.
That's sick. Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, what's the podcast called? Is it Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions? Is that what it is?
I'm gonna go Pickens.
So he writes for the Motor City Tribune. Very nice. I like that too.
So I have Adams, Moore, and Pickens with Bijan.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm on the clock now. So currently Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, which both are on bye week 14. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Jamar Chase, and then I think I'm gonna take Christian Kirk here.
Yeah, I was going back and forth between him and Pickens. I couldn't decide.
Dan Jones literally didn't have a completion past the line of scrimmage on the first day of practice. The O-line is still atrocious. Yeah. And again, like that's my issue with Devin Singletary. And I understand he's going to probably get a lot of the workload, but that offensive line is trash. I do worry that he's not going to get a positive number on before he gets hit. So, I mean, can he make people miss in the backfield is going to be the question. So that's my issue with him. Also, our buddy here says that is his podcast name. So I'll definitely be checking that out, doing a sub for a sub. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smoking Jeremy B. Is that guy in here? Smoking Jeremy B. Is he in the draft or no?
No idea.
Okay.
I will be mindful to it. Ooh, I wonder if this guy's going to fall to me. I don't know. Let me have him, Andrew. Let me have him.
I mean, dude, I have a BBB for him.
Let me have him.
Yeah, I'll let you have him. He's not going to make it past dude in front of you.
Maybe that guy goes receiver. Maybe he goes
could.
0-1-4. Come on.
He said, "Come on."
Yeah, I just told you I wanted some more.
I know. Well, I told you I wanted some more. I mean, 11 or whatever I said percent I have.
That's not fair. That's boohickey. Goes James Cook, back-to-back Buffalo Bills.
Man, I need to start paying attention to some bye weeks here. So I have both my running backs on bye 14, both wide receivers bye 12, and tight end bye 12.
I've got Adams, Moore, and Pickens. I think I'm going Hollywood here. See what else. Oh, I could go Pitts. Let's go Pitts just to get the pairing with Bijan. And you just took Kincaid, so dick. He would have made it. That guy totally ahead of me wanted Anthony Richardson, clearly. He was going elite QB, not elite end, Andrew.
That's my fault. My bad.
Jones has slightly better numbers with a worse roster.
Interesting. Oh, he said, you meant the draft. No, I just walked in the chat, guys.
Got you. All right, so I have again Bijan, Adams, Moore, Pickens, Kyle Pitts now. 0-1-3-1. Let's get back the board up here.
Did see your boy Deontay Johnson getting some love. I have very, very little exposure to him. Hold on, let me tell you what it is.
Really, right, that's going to be a big mistake, Andrew.
I have a flat 0% on Deontay Johnson.
Really? Why?
Yes,
he's got great ADP.
Yeah, I just worry about the Panthers. I worry that he's not going to see valuable touches. I don't know. There's
came out and literally said we got to feature this guy.
He just came out and said that. I haven't drafted. Relax. I was getting to I will be drafting some more Deontay Johnson, but when I say more, I mean to start because I have 0. So
well, I'm a little upset, Andrew. I gave you Deontay Johnson. I don't know how many times I gave you my DJ takes. Oh, again and again and again.
Yeah. Our boy here, Kneecap, says Jaden Reed on PUP list with no injury listed. That is interesting. Wonder what's going on there. Jeff T said the worst QB overpay in NFL history is Russell Wilson. The Broncos signed him to a massive extension. He literally never played a second on it.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Wow. Am I going to get a Calvin Ridley fall here?
Yeah, it's either obviously Steelers got Russ, but he's already a little injured, and saw your boy Justin Fields out there.
Who?
Justin Fields was out there slinging the ball around. People getting all their dicks hard for it.
Yeah, people are getting pretty excited about that. Y'all need to calm down. Christian Watson 1% or Rome Odunze 1%. I'll let you make my pick here. Actually, no, you can't take Rome because I already have DJ Moore. Never mind.
Okay.
So we're going DeAndre Hopkins.
Well, I like how you don't even take Watson then, as you were considering the two.
Yeah, no. I just took my one share from the other day. Fuck Christian Watson. This ADP is way too much. How much Christian Watson do you have?
Oh boy. Hold on. Let me make my pick. Oh, you know what, man?
You better not have more Christian Watson than Deontay Johnson, my brother.
I'll even take Deontay here. Wait, hold on. When are they?
Good. You should. That's a good pick, Andrew. Everybody in the chat. Let's hear it for Andrew.
Who are you looking for? Watson, Christian Watson. I've drafted him once. I have 1.7%.
I've drafted him once as well. You have earned back my my respect with that one pick.
I mean, I'm not in on Christian Watson.
I thought you would have been more in on Deontay Johnson. It's a little disturbing.
Jeff T says Deshaun Watson played more than 1 second on his extension. No contract will be worse than Russ. He's being paid $42 million to stay away. Kyler Murray is the reason all QBs have been overpaid to begin with, says Kneecap.
That's fair. It's an expensive position. You guys want to play it? By all means, go ahead.
All right, so I'm coming up here. Oh my God, don't let David Montgomery sit here for me. Fuck.
Oh, you're gonna take him.
Oh my
You're
God,
so hard right now. You're gonna take him.
He is my number one drafted player in BBM
You're
at
gonna take him.
25%. Oh my God, I can't. Not with two. I have to stick to my guns and build the way I should build.
JSN.
Yeah, I'm taking JSN.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick.
But I do have 25% Montgomery, so literally 1 out of every 4 drafts, I'm taking David Montgomery.
Montgomery. Should I take Montgomery?
I
only have 6% Montgomery.
Oh my God, we are strikingly different there. 25% and 6. If he makes it to you, you take him.
I probably will, but
I'll take one of your guys that you're exposed to.
Keon Coleman was going to be the pick, though, Andrew. I was going to take Keon Coleman.
Ew.
Get out of here. Stop it. Keon Coleman as your 5. Stop. Yeah, Jake, I already had DJ on my team. Stop playing with the buttons. Andrew, I'm going to come over there and smack your hand.
Listen, I'm trying to pay attention to the comments, so relax. Dunze over Watson all day. Yeah, definitely. Never drafted Christian Watson once. Had the worst drop rate coming out of college at 21.6%, says Kneecap here. Kneecap firing in with some stats.
I love it. I drafted Watson in a 20-team league. In a 20-team dynasty league, so he's just sitting out over there. That team sucks. So
Jake says, "Are you completely against doubling up on wide receiver from same team?"
No,
so him and I had this conversation actually earlier. Well, here, go ahead, do your take, and then I'll say my piece.
They're too close. I will easily take CD Lamb and Jalen Tolbert, no problem. I just don't want to get guys that are that close together on the same. Like I don't want to get Hopkins and Ridley on the same roster.
I mean, so for me, it has to be later in the draft, and I'm fine doing that. Like I'll take Terry and Dotson, or Metcalf.
Yeah, Dotson fits that mold because he, for some reason, is obnoxiously cheap. I don't know why Dotson's that cheap. I mean, if the offense is going to be good, if you're taking Jaden Daniels that high, why wouldn't Dotson have a little ADP juice in there as well? I don't get that.
Yeah. Now, Jake and I were talking about, though, like at the beginning of draft. So somebody had hit me up in the DMs and was asking me what I thought about taking both Eagles guys or both Miami guys, like those guys. See, you like that? I don't.
I did it. No, I did it once. So there was a draft that I did where I took both Miami receivers and 2 Bears receivers. And I'm pretty sure I mixed Johnny Smith into that as well.
It is funny, though. I sit here and say I don't like that. And the team that took me to the BBM4 finals last year, my first 2 picks, or I'm sorry, 2 of my top 3 picks were A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
Imagine that.
I did that on that team, but I don't recommend doing that. It's just you're limiting your upside, I feel like, because how many weeks are those 2 actually going to go boom with each other?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it a lot. So it has to be later in the draft for me. Fuck, all these wide receivers have Wentz. That really blows.
Oh, did you want Cortland Sutton?
I wanted something.
You could have just asked.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the old Burr here with Jamar Chase.
I thought for sure you were taking your boy Johnny Brooks.
It's in consideration if he flies back around. Actually, I say that, but then like Shaheed's down there, Dubes, Shakir.
Yeah, receivers still deep.
But damn it, yeah, all these running backs here. And this is exactly why we don't draft a ton of running backs at the top, and I still did it.
Yeah, and I like all these guys. Ramondre. I mean, I'm warming up on Brooks, Moss, Mostert, Pollard. It goes on and on.
Kneecap says Jameson Williams torching everyone and building chemistry with golf in 2 days of camp, not just being a gadget guy so far. I have seen that, and I do have a decent exposure to Jameson Williams, so I like that. Jeff T says, a cap teammate, wide receivers at 2. Unlikely both crack your starting lineup. So having 3 on the same team means you likely have 2 dead wide receiver spots every week. Yeah, I mean, again, I think it all just depends on relative to value and where they go in the draft, because later you are, the more open I am to it. Wild says, I love doing double wide receiver at the end to complete a stack depending on build, like Mims and Franklin, or 2 New England wide receivers. Yeah, exactly. Or you can take like Wandale and Hyatt if you like the Giants.
I've done Wandale and Slayton quite a few times.
Yeah. Haven't seen is it Sites or Seats, maybe 501 here. Haven't seen them in the chat. So welcome aboard. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe, like the video, helps us out. What are the chances of Cade Stover getting playing time in Houston, having history with Stroud? So this is interesting to me, and I actually drafted Cade Stover the other night as my 3rd tight end, in a Houston build. I am up. Hold on, let me take my pick. And I'm going to finish my.
Interesting. Taking your shot.
Shit, I
mean,
can't take Sheed.
They just gave an extension to Schultz. They finally got him paid. I mean, they already went out and got him Tank Dell. Like that was a hand pick for Stroud. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that offense it's continuing to go in the direction of kind of like what we were talking about with the Bills. Like there could just be a different number one every week. I mean, there's so much talent on that roster right now. So you might have a week where, maybe a guy like Cade Stover goes off and has, 4 catches, but 2 of them are touchdowns, and he's got a couple of big plays to spike you into the top 10. I just don't think that'll be sustainable without a big injury. And we let off the show talking about like, hey, we're really not into the handcuffed tight ends. At least I'm going to double up with tight ends.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's just a situation for Stover. He's right, having played with Stroud before. So it is interesting. I'm not completely against it, but as Bernie is pointing out, well, 1, typically rookie tight ends do not perform very well. 2, he's behind a guy, so he's going to need an injury in Schultz because they paid Schultz. But I think it's okay. If you want to do
the offense in general is deep. I mean, it's not like Trey McBride last year where it's just like, hey, offense is bad. There's nobody here, and the guy in front of you, he's going to fall off a cliff any moment, or we're going to trade him or cut him or whatever,
Yeah. But I do think if you want to do it a couple times, if you're going to draft a bunch of teams, I feel like that's fine to do it. But I mean,
we put Jawan Jennings on rosters. You can do whatever you want. I mean, the last round is your way to be creative. I mean, it's your opportunity. It's an open door to be like, okay, here's my last shot. I've been an ADP slave this whole time. I mean, being an ADP slave is also stealing ADP. Like when you get someone 8 picks after ADP, you're being a slave. I mean, and that's fine. That's a good dominatrix way to celebrate yourself. Believe me, I love being a slave to ADP. Ouch. What was that? ADP. Slap in my neck. You can go both ways with it. You can do something funky. You can, just build off of the ADP that works. I mean, there wasn't a crazy name on the winning team last year other than Christian Watson. And the winning format or build, was 3-6-6-3. Probably going to be one of your lower percentage builds.
Mm-hmm. He says, I prefer to stack QB, RB, wide receiver. I can
touch them all.
For me, though, quarterback and running back depends on the team. Seeing a second day in a row with beef between Singletary and Schultz. Stover might be tight end 2, and poor Devin Singletary, RB1 for 2 weeks in Baltimore. So let's see here. So currently, I'm looking at 1-3-4-1 current build: Burrow, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Raheem Mostert, and then Jamar Chase, Christian Kirk, Deontay Johnson, JSN with Dalton Kincaid.
I have no QB yet. I've got Bijan, Montgomery, Adams, Moore, Pickens, D-Hop, Sutton. All of my receivers have value QBs. I think Caleb isn't available.
Damn, Brandon Cooks just went.
Yeah, I was going to take him.
Yeah, I'll say that's a great pick. That's somebody I still think is criminally undervalued right now. Also my second most exposed wide receiver at 20%.
Mm-hmm. Can't decide what I want to do here. I'm going to go Khalil Shakir. So now my receivers: Adams, Moore, Pickens, Hopkins, Sutton, Shakir. Feel good about that. And I can monologue after your next pick. Is that right? Yeah. I can tell you what I'm thinking.
Yeah. How do I want to play this here? I have to take I need to take a wide receiver. I'll take Myers.
That's a good pick. Yeah, I was thinking about Goff, but I'm going to pass. I think I'm just going to go with Cousins and then 2 other guys. At least try to. A lot of running backs here. Probably going to be my next pick. Chase Brown, if I can. I think that's the guy that I like most. I want to get more Blake Corum. Only 2%. Been getting a little bit more of him recently. I have 13% Gus. I'm good with that, but I don't think he falls to me anyway. So hoping for Chase or Ford. And I see Nick Chubb one spot ahead now. It's crazy.
just for anybody who is seeing this for the first time, but Bruni is using the best ball overlay tool. The blue things that you see there beside their names, that is the best ball overlay tool. You can see your exposure to the players, weeks 15, 16, 17. It's a really great tool. You download it, implement it into Underdog so you can see all this stuff. If you do want to go try it out, there's no contract or anything to it. You can sign up, use it for a month, and get rid of it if you choose to. But go to bestballoverlay.com, use our code Fanspeak, all caps. You see, it's at the bottom on the ticker. If you guys do sign up for it, let us know. That you did go over there and use the promo code. It could eventually get you guys something if you do sign up using our code, besides the $10 off per month. So makes it $20. Easy. I mean, for $20, you can go give it a try. If you don't like it, no big deal. But I use it. It's really cool.
If you're serious about best ball, you're using best ball overlay. It's really simple.
Yeah.
It's going to help you keep yourself in check, balance out your exposures, and just give you critical data to, analyze really what you're doing. You can look at combinations of your rosters, like how many times I've actually drafted Adams and Bijan together. I can pull that up and see if that's a combination that I want to continue to go with, if I'm overweight on it or not. So it gives you a lot of different tools and a lot of different knowledge and info. Blake Corum, you just said I wanted to get a little bit more of them. Said I want to get a little more Kincaid. You're just out here just sniping.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even hear you say that you want to get Corum. I was between him, Javonte, and Chase Brown. I probably should have took Chase Brown with the Burrow, but again, like I said, I usually only like doing that in a couple different teams. But
I got Chase Brown. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It says Nick Chubb is having a great
let
camp.
us know why. Like, why? How is Nick Chubb having a great camp? I mean, all we know is that he was lifting weights. What do you know?
Please don't come in here and tell us. Well, he was squatting a bunch. Like that doesn't really mean anything.
That.
You can't juke with squats. So,
but if there's something else, then you let us know, because I want to hear what you have to say. Uh, 0362. I took Njoku as my second tight end.
Nice.
Yeah. Running back probably will look better on paper, but who cares? Who cares? Let's take a look at the board here. Let's see. Jalen Polk, Josh Downs, Eckler.
Saw him running and cutting at full speed on film. So yeah, Jeff T says, I'm guessing that was sarcasm. We just wanted to double check, because I don't get to see all the news. So
saw him running and cutting at full speed. Was that last year's tape?
I think so.
He says at camp. Was he running on land? That was big news when he was running on land.
Yeah, as opposed to water.
I mean, you do run water for rehab.
You took Dowdle over Chandler. Explain yourself.
I have 9% Chandler and 6% Dowdle.
Okay.
Is that simple enough? Is that simple enough?
Sure, yeah. I like Chandler a lot more than I like Dowdle.
He says yes. He says.
Okay.
I mean, we got to find the tape. Can you send us the supposed tape? I would like to see it.
Yeah, I did not see that. So if that's out there, I am interested, because I do like Ford a lot.
I think he might be having a fun time with us. I don't know. I'm searching the Twitter machine right now. I'm going to find out. When I search Nick Chubb media, it better pull up. Man, old boy's trying to mess with us. I'll find the link. It was from camp right now. Okay. All right. You find the link, brother. Send it in, brother.
He said, Jake says no shot.
Hey, Kneecap says different, man.
It was funny. Jake, he saved me a little bit from getting some Twitter, I don't know what you want to call it, beef, I guess. But I retweeted a Brandon Cooks film session where he Dak threw a deep bomb to him, right? And saw it come up yesterday. I retweeted it, and I was like, oh man, I have all this exposure to Cooks. Like, of course, right? And Jake was like, yeah, this video was from last year. I was like, oh shit. Twitter fucking bamboozled me.
Damn.
Let's see. Seats or sites. God, I wish I knew how to say that. Chuba and Brooks splitting a backfield in Carolina. Chuba was my go-to punt RB in GPPs last year. Yeah, I think Chuba is going to be the guy who gets the bulk of the work to start until Brooks gets ramped up from the injury. Once that happens, I really do think Brooks kind of takes over the backfield. Dave Canales was very good with Rachaad White last year. Came over to Carolina this year. He drafted Brooks. Brooks was probably arguably the best running back coming out this year, but obviously fell due to the injury. So I think once he becomes healthy, he's going to have a really, really, really nice season. But that's just me. I digress.
Getting sniped on QBs over here. Tough luck. Ty Chandler might fall to me. I might get them both. Andy.
That is true.
Sites. It's sites. And I do get both of them. I do get both.
Well done. There you go.
Yeah, there it is. And I'm done at RB. At least I think I am. Robinson, Montgomery, Brown, Dottle, and Chandler. Paired up with Adams, Moore, Pickens, Hopkins, Sutton, Shakir, Pitts, and Njoku. And it might be time to draft a QB now. I don't know. Might have to draft Deshaun Watson, Andrew.
In my build of Taylor, Henry, Mostert, and Corum, where Taylor and Henry both by week 14 and Mostert and Corum by week 6, would you be fine just taking 4 running backs in that scenario or no?
Who are the 4 again? Sorry.
Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Raheem Mostert, and Blake Corum.
No, not with Blake Corum. If there was if that Blake Corum was, even if it was Zach Moss, I feel better.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm saying that is
Zamir White, and yes, book it. But
okay.
No, you're a little past par, I think.
Interesting. I don't know. Just because Corum's by week 6, so could he take the backfield over potentially with an injury to Kyron to by week 14? Potentially, if that's the case, I think I'd be sitting okay. But if not, then yeah, I'd be in some trouble. But Jake says he likes Chandler a lot too. To my point, you could see a 50-50 split with Jones. I'm not sure if it's going to be 50-50, at least not right out of the gate. But Jones, has shown us that he hasn't stayed healthy. I know they just brought him over, but Ty Chandler, when he was the lead guy at the end of the year, was very serviceable for them. So I just like Chandler. I think he's one of the better backup running backs in the NFL, especially for the system that they implement there in Minnesota.
Getting killed on QB. I was going to take
more sarcasm come out. Taysom Hill, QB1.
Nice. Nice. Wow, I'm going to take probably Deshaun Watson here. Holy mercy. Don't say that every day. We'll see. I'm going to take Watson and then probably Levis. I don't know. This hurts. I waited a little too long on QB, it looks like, and now I'm going to pay for it.
I only have one as well. Probably going to take Geno if this guy doesn't take him from me.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm looking at Levis. I have 19% Levis. I'm very comfortable taking him. Maybe I'll take a stab at like Drake May or Russ Wilson or even Fields.
Oh man, I'm going to take a gamble here. I think I'm going to take Fant first.
Interesting,
because I think that I can get Geno to fall as opposed to Fant.
Noah Fant's been the bigger riser than Geno overall. Like people are drafting a lot more of him in general.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
I don't think Sam Howell beats him out. I just think that if Geno is bad enough, that he'll replace him.
Well, obviously he would replace him.
No, I mean like not to start, like not to win the job, right? Like like he goes like on a bad run, like he's gonna start the year regardless. But if he doesn't do well, then yeah, Sam Howell will be given the reins. I think that is what will happen. Not to beat him out in camp. I don't think that happens.
Yeah, look in the fall on the old Kendry Miller now.
148, we are to 170. I think that's fair. Like,
yeah, so do I. But
25 picks, I think that's pretty fair. for a slight bump. I mean, Russell Wilson, he had a calf strain today. I mean, we're not worried about that. I mean,
aren't we?
no. Those were emotional support reps by Fields today. They're not going to give him the job.
So unless this guy takes 4 QBs here, I'll be fine, and the gamble has paid off.
And they're in a situation. Jeff was talking about, the Broncos are paying how much of his salary?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Like, they're not in a position where they need to rush Justin Fields onto the field, pun intended there. Russell Wilson was still good last year. They took him out because they just didn't want him. They just didn't want to use him. He was like, what, QB9 when he got pulled? QB8? Like, big deal. All right, at least I get Will Levis. Wop, 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 wop.
Fucking big dick himself.
Yeah. I mean, he's a tall fellow. Yeah. I mean,
you saw the video, right?
No, did he expose himself somewhere?
Oh yeah, with his old girlfriend sucking his dick.
No, I didn't. No, I haven't.
Oh, dude has a hammer.
There's a sex video of Will Levis out there?
It's not a sex video, but he's just getting blown.
Okay. There's a foreplay video out there of Will Levis?
Yeah, allegedly,
okay.
of course.
Right.
You don't see his face.
Allegedly, it sounds like you saw it.
I mean, no. I mean, you don't see his face, so there's not like confirmation that it's his hog, but if it is, dude's slinging a hammer, brother.
Oh, that's great, Andrew. I hope there was something else entertaining in that video than just this dude.
It's just, I mean, it's not like I sat there and like watched it, like I didn't analyze it, but I seen it and I was like, oh, all right, well, that's, I mean, good.
That's a hammer.
Yeah, maybe it's all that mayonnaise and the fucking bananas and stuff that he eats, man. Maybe that's how you grow a massive hammer like that.
Mayonnaise, coffee, bananas, Hammercock. Good team name. Hammercock.
Jake said that chick dumped his ass as soon as he fell.
Did she though? I thought that was just like a meme.
Cold blooded.
Did she really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she. Yeah.
Oh man, these hoes ain't loyal, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
She's like, oh, he ain't getting that first round money. Gone.
That's nuts. Yeah, but he's got Calvin Ridley this year. Does she know about Calvin Ridley? Did someone tell her that they got rid of Derrick Henry? That they're going to throw the ball now? Like, lady, you fucked up. I am at 2.562, so I've got a lot of options here. I am going to need to get a third QB. I'm thinking it will be Russell Wilson. I don't think enough happened today for me to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to take Fields ahead of ADP or something weird. Let's see. Dave Jones, Bryce Young. I think I can wait on Russ at least for my next pick. So Bucky Irving, Khalil Herbert. We kind of want a receiver here. Jalen McMillan. No, I like Herbert more. So we're going to go Herbert. So we're at 2.662 now. Pretty balanced.
Yeah, not bad. Oh, I mean, Bucky Irving has fallen, so I will take.
Be nice, Jeff. Be nice. But I think I may have a little bit, yeah. Just a smidge.
You know,
sometimes you got to vomit, Jeff. You got to just throw up. You know what I mean? Then you feel better. So, yeah, I want to draft Russell Wilson. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to go to bed.
I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, it's a nice way to chill out before you go to bed. Just throw up. All sorts of people do it. We are going to be touching late round receiver as well. Ooh.
Tell you what, looking at Green Goblin's team, that dude, his running back is Travis Etienne, Zamir White, J.K. Dobbins, and Bucky Irving. He's in a little bit of trouble. Yeah,
not good. Not good.
I would say not where I'd like to be.
Not favorable. Not a good position to put yourself in.
Yeah, as I like to say, not great, Bob.
I'm a Bears fan, so I'm very well aware of what is potentially about to happen. But well, let's just take a look. How much? I know I've taken a few Fields stabs. I've taken 4% Fields, and Russ, I've taken 3%. What do you all want from me?
Here,
What do you want?
Let's check in. Russell Wilson, I have taken him once, so 1.7%. Fields, that is a big fat 0.
Yeah, I've taken a balanced approach here. Okay, even it out. Little shot here, little shot there. Just calm down, everybody. Calm down. It's gonna be fine.
So Estime is a guy I want to take a shot on here, but he has bye week 14 with 2 of my other running backs. If I take Tyrone Tracy, I could take Roshan. I do really like Roshan as well.
You like Roshan?
Shut the Of course you know that. Shut up. Oh, man. I don't think this is the time to take Estime just because of that bye week issue. So I will take Roshan.
What about your boy Tyrone? What about
I mean, Tracy's fine too, but not somebody I necessarily wanted to take there.
Well, between him and Estime, I have 7% Tracy and 0 Estime. So yeah, I agree.
He said models do it all the time. The regimen is how they state then.
Yep. That's right.
But I'll go off the Roshan train unless Herbert leaves. Nah. I ain't worried about that.
There's nothing that's going to get Andrew off the Roshan train. Okay. I wouldn't.
Sometimes, you just gotta just keep letting it hit you in the shin until you realize that the leg's broken, right? Like I'll just ride Roshan until it's dead.
A little Slayton action. Slayton's an easy late round pick for me. He's going to get snaps. I know it's a bad offense, but he's going to get snaps. We saw him play well at the end of last year. A good friend to, I believe, week 16 and 17. So I'm good with him. And then I'll see if I can get Wilson or Fields with my last pick, maybe. Fields go. Someone I think maybe took Fields already. Take a look here. Yep. Fields went in round 16. I didn't notice. He actually went right ahead of me. I just think that's still an overreaction, taking a backup QB in round 16. There was plenty of time that you could have been taking him in round 18 when no one cared. No one said that he mattered. Russell Wilson wakes up and, his cap's a little tight. He's an old man. Like, if it was a Thursday night football game, Russell Wilson would be playing. Like, it's not like, what are we talking about here? Like, and again, Russell Wilson overpaid 1,000%, Jeff, but QB9 on a Broncos roster last year, the Broncos were trash. He wasn't amazing. He didn't make them a lot better, but he did his job and he was efficient, and he's in a much better position this year than he was last year. That's for sure.
I did think last year you got a little lucky with all those touchdowns to Sutton. Some of them should not have been touchdowns. So he did get a little lucky with that,
and you might be saying that again with George Pickens. I think they have a similar game.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Just maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I'll tell you what, it took a lot of Pat Freiermuth in the big board. Took a lot of him.
I do not have a lot of exposure to Freiermuth.
Taking a lot of him. So either one of those guys could be very tight end friendly.
5% Freiermuth for me in BBM.
The Fields drafter also took Alec Pierce in round 17.
Interesting.
Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Alec Pierce when he came into the league, but hasn't really lived up to all the hype. I mean, yeah, he improved 26-8 last year for Russ Wilson, plus another 3 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, it's again on a very bad Broncos team. It's hard to believe. You would just assume, like Andrew, like you said, like, okay, he got lucky with some touchdowns.
Dan Bellinger? Oh my!
He didn't have any interceptions. I thought Bellinger was hurt. This guy's just off the rails.
Damn, that dude took TJ Chark. I was actually going to take him again. Wow. Fuck.
His tight ends are Muth, Musgrave, and Bellinger. That guy's team is
I'm going to take Tez Walker. There's like the upside there.
This guy's team is messed up. He does have Keon Coleman. Stop. I hate when that thing does that.
I know.
He does have Roman Wilson, who I like. Oh, my God.
Dude, you might as well just wait. There's one more pick in the draft. Just wait till the end of the draft and look at it.
Stupid. So stupid. Roman Wilson. I like the Vidal. Wow.
I told you.
Wow. All right. That's not it. Oh, wait, what the heck? I need to refresh it. There we go. There it is. All right. So let's see. We'll start with that guy. We'll start with the key guy, and you let me know if there's any other teams you want me to pick out. Wow, Anthony Richardson and Justin Fields. How did this guy get a badge? How does this happen? Like, do you know how this feels, Andrew, when you see shit like this, and you're just roaming the streets badgeless? You know what this feels like? And I have to watch this shit. Richardson, Fields, oh my God. Kyron, Warren, Robinson, Javante, and Kamani Vidal. This team is terrible. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Zay Flowers, Roma Dunze, Keon Coleman. I mean, I'll give Flowers for ARSB, but this is a mess. This is a mess.
I mean, he's taking some upside plays there.
So upside plays. These are just like, hey, I did every other player. This is what's left.
I mean, yeah, the Bellinger one, I can't get behind that. The Alec Pierce ones, no thanks. But I mean, his wide receivers are fine. Upside plays, I don't mind him.
3 straight rookies in Adunze, Coleman, and Mitchell. I'm sorry, and Wilson. So that's 4 straight? No, you can't. You're not living off of that. I don't like it.
Yeah,
very, I mean, very poor.
His QBs are
less than a 3,
hey,
less than a 2.5.
I'm glad we drafted with him. If Anthony Richardson goes down, this dude's team is dead without a Russell Wilson going down injury.
Yeah, thanks for the rack or the rake. What number grade would you give this? This is like a 1.8.
I mean, yeah, just because he left himself so exposed at QB, like for me, because I like his wide receivers, probably like a 4.7.
A 4 point. Holy mother, your scale is you're just off.
Your scale
is off, pal. Anyone else you want to see here? Baby
Ball. Go to Green Goblin. Yeah, just because of his running backs, I want to see where he ended up. Then. I mean, his quarterbacks are awesome.
Yeah, will be dead with any of those. All right, so yeah, Mahomes, Prescott, Lawrence. That's really good. Unnecessary. I don't think you need Lawrence when you have Dak and Mahomes. ETN, White, Dobbins, Irving, Pierce. No, yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I like ETN and White, and I like mixing in these guys. Like I like Pierce. I have 19%. You can see it right here, but just 4% for Dobbins and Irving. So yeah, don't love that. Okay, receiver, Lamb, Waddle. I'm not against Waddle. I just don't have a lot of him. A very expensive ADP. Metcalf, big L for taking the Watson there. I mean, I take him just the same just to get get my 3 to 5%. Jerry 3. Okay, Xavier Legette, Darnell, Michael Wilson. I mean,
it's an okay wide receiver core.
3 are really good. It's just that he really took a break after that, and I think that's not the place to take a wide receiver break.
Yeah.
Tight end, Evan Ingram and Hayden Hurst. I mean, late and great, or great and late. I mean, I guess. I mean, obviously Evan Ingram was top 3 last year, so
yeah,
that's awesome. But Hayden Hurst, like, could have this. I'll give this one a 7.2.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like a 10 for you.
Shut the no. I would give like a 6.8.
Okay.
Tyler checking in, by the way. Yo. Sup,
yo. What do you want to do? Mine or yours?
It doesn't matter. But then Wiles did send me his team from the Overflow draft that he got in. I told him that we'll review it on here as well, so I can pull that up whenever you want.
Fire it up. Fire his
all
up.
Right. Yeah. All right. So here's it. So he went 2-5-9-2. Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins.
Good.
Running backs: Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams, David Montgomery, James Conner, and Bucky Irving.
That's really good.
Solid.
Good job.
Wide receivers: Amon-Ra St. Brown, Zay Flowers, Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett, Khalil Shakir, Xavier Legette, Wandale Robinson, Quentin Johnston, and Rondale Moore. So he has some stacks in
taking
there.
the coaching. It's working.
And then tight ends, George Kittle and Mike Gesicki. So he has stacks in there
Good.
for sure.
No,
it's pretty solid.
That's very good. I'll go 8-5.
Yeah, it's pretty solid overall.
Good balance at receiver with very reliable RBs.
Yeah, I'll say his RBs are great. Quarterback's good. Tight end's good. Wide receivers, obviously, his first three are fine. He's going to need to put together, I think, wide receiver 4.5s for himself, but he has some guys with upside in there. So, yeah, I mean, I'd give it like an 8.3, 8.4.
All right. Right on time.
Pretty solid. All right, let's do our teams real quick. Just pull up, whichever one.
We'll do yours. You were at pick 4. I was at pick 6 or 7, whatever it was. So you went Burrow, Geno, Bryce. I like that. Obviously, 11%. So that's solid. Taylor, Henry, Mostert, Corum, Roshan. Yeah, I mean, you got 3 really reliable starters in your top 3, and then some potential spikes out of Corum or Roshan. So that's good. Sounds good as what Jake just told us, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Chase, Kirk, Deontay, JSN, Myers, Jan Dotson, Jermaine Burton, Devontae Walker. Now these are upside swings. Like you were saying, like, oh yeah, those guys on Key Lime Pie's team or whatever. Oh yeah, they got some. No, these are much better upside players for sure. Not those guys. Dalton Kincaid, Noah Fant. Yeah. I'm good with that. I mean, it's great and late, so it fits the build. But as you see with my 1% Kincaid, I would have a little bit more doubt there. So, but I think the one share I do have of Kincaid, he's probably in a 2 tight end build. So that's the play. But I know how you draft. I know how you like to do kind of like the 2 mid-round guys or like an elite guy and a mid-round guy. And I think that's kind of what I did. So we'll just kind of get over to that one. I'll give you an 8. It's pretty good.
Okay. Thank you. All right, let's pull up your team here.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up here. All right. Terrible QBs. Please forgive me. I tried to be so frugal with the position. It didn't pan out. Okay. So be kind. Deshaun Watson, Will Levis, Russ Wilson.
Yeah.
19% Will. So in Will we trust. But 3% Watson, 3% Russell Wilson. So obviously,
I mean, this is where you make up for it though.
I pray. Bijan, Montgomery, Chase Brown, Dowdle, Chandler, Herbert.
I mean, I like the first 3 guys that you have, all good. I love Chandler. Dowdle it's a shaky room, so it's fine. It's not like that's going to kill you. I just worry that they're actually going to use Zeke a lot more than people think that they're going to. And then, I'm out on Herbert. But outside of that, I like your running backs.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, I don't really love these guys other than Herbert, as you see here, 18%. But like,
honestly, dude, if Bijan and Montgomery stay healthy the entire year, I don't think that a lot of those guys underneath them are going to be in your lineups.
I'm excited about Chase Brown and Dowdle this year. I think that they're interesting picks at their ADP, and I mean, I think they're going to get leveraged in their offense. I think they're both in good spots. So,
good.
But as you see, I have just as much Ty Chandler as Bijan. So, don't worry, I got him. I know you were all worried in the draft why I passed on him, and then he falls to me.
Yeah.
Just never hesitate leading off with Devontae, 22% there. DJ Moore, George Pickens, D-Hop, Sutton. Yeah, I mean, I like this for sure. Shakir, Slayton. Yeah, that feels good. That makes me feel good. On the inside.
I like your first 4. I'm not a big Sutton guy. I feel like he's not going to give it his all because the team's going to
he just got an extension. They just gave him more money.
Exactly. He just got paid. When do we see most players start to kind of, he got
he's
paid.
Out of here. He's done.
He's like, fuck that. I got paid.
He's getting his $500K for making the roster, and he's heading to Barbados.
No, it's just, I don't think he's going to give 100%. I just don't. I don't know. It's a gut feeling. Okay. I like Shakir, though, and Slayton I have no qualms with. I don't love him. I don't hate him, so that's fine, too.
For my last 3 receivers, Sutton and Shakir, Slayton feels pretty good. Sure. Kyle Pitts, David Njoku.
Like your tight ends. That's good tight end room.
I bet you do like my tight end.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, this is a solid 8. I like
matching grades. You want to match grades? Okay,
it is.
Hey, I'm down with that, Andrew. You want to match grades?
No,
okay.
I think our teams are similarly scored based off of our players, even though we've built our team differently.
let's see. Can we get the what do you call it? The projections? I think we passed that part already. Maybe it's on my phone.
Hold on, I might still be on my phone here. Yes, I do have them up. So I was at 2,887.7. You were at 2,947.4. That is because you took 3 QBs, though.
Yeah. Jeff was saying I've got 3 rushing QBs, and I don't know about that.
Is Will Levis a rushing QB though? I'll give you Wilson and Watson. Is Levis? I mean, is he going to run some?
I'm
sure.
so scared.
Would you consider
Watson though, dude? I'm so scared.
Really, I like Watson. What's your Watson exposure?
3%, the same.
I
as
have
Russ.
11.
No, I'm scared as hell. Did you see him throw a ball last year? He has no accuracy whatsoever.
I don't know. I'll give him benefit of the doubt one more year.
Yeah, I mean that's represented in my 3%. I'm right there with you, buddy. It's well represented. Like sprinkle a few in, similar exposure to Javonte. Just sprinkle some in, but in reality, I'm taking a lot of Jaleel McLaughlin. I'm taking a lot of elite QB because again, I go back to my rosters from last year, and you get those guys like Aaron, or not Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff. He advanced me. He was a huge hit for me last year because he was a huge discount. But I still took a lot
on my BBM finals team. Jared Goff, shout out.
There you go. I mean, Detroit last year was just a huge discount. Like no one was taking their ADP seriously.
No more discount this year. That's for damn sure.
No, and that's why I have less David Montgomery. David Montgomery was one of my most exposed running backs last year. Not this year, adjusted cost.
Jags are the Lions from last year, in my opinion. Good values for a team that can take a good leap forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can still get Brian Thomas behind, some of those other guys like Neighbors and Marvin Harrison. And then you have a guy like Gabe Davis that's going deep. Kirk is a very affordable price, much more affordable than St. Brown still was last year. I mean, you don't have like the double RB situation, but ETN also a very fair price. And the quarterback also, he's way back there.
Yeah. Jake points out Atlanta too on that. So I agree with that as well. But
super duper agree there.
Yeah, Jeff says Browns have PFF's top-graded O-line coming into training camp, which I would argue that the Lions have a better O-line, but it's probably pretty close. Browns will probably throw a more due to Chubb injury. It's funny. So we got a positive take from Jeff. Literally kneecap coming in here. Deshaun Watson led the league in inaccurate passing or passes, causing incompletions at 49.9%.
It's a very volatile pick. You do not know what you're getting out of it, and that's why I have 3%.
But I mean, you're not investing. You don't have to invest a lot into him. He's late in the draft, so I still feel like it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm taking some sprinkles. I'm not doing anything that crazy. The 16 or 15, 16, 17 KC, Cincinnati, Miami, I think that works in his favor, but is he going to be on the field at that time? I don't know. Feels like that's Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Joe Flacco's gone. What am I talking about? He's with the Colts now. Who is their backup quarterback now?
The Browns?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Oh my God.
It's Jameis. It's Jameis. We're supposed to be drafting Jameis. That's right. Dang old Jameis. Where's Jameis training camp news? Let's see. Watson was an 8th round pick last year, and there's more reason to be optimistic this year. Yeah. Okay. Appreciate you giving me a little solace here, before I got to go throw up. Believe me, I'm more likely to throw up from drafting Watson than I am Wilson. All right. Sites, trying the best ball for the first time. Get addicted, my friend. It's the best drug. It's the drug that gives back.
Nice. If you haven't already signed up on Underdog, use our promo code Fanspeak. I'm going to put it at the bottom here. You will get up to $250 deposit bonus as well. So, hey, man, hit the notification. Get in some drafts with us. If you haven't already and you're in the chat, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button for Fanspeak. We appreciate all of you as well. We already did go over the Best Ball Overlay, but make sure you check out bestballoverlay.com. Use Fanspeak. Get $10 off per month. Go to fanspeak.com. Check out all the articles. Meg, Steve, Wright. They are fantastic articles. If you have a question about any of the article or about Best Ball, you can probably find it in some of those articles as well. So definitely go check that out. And as always, we appreciate all of you. Bernie switched rooms. Are you cooking meth in there? What is that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you think keeps the lights on, bud?
Sweet. got to fuel the or put money in for best ball somehow, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's tough. It's not easy.
Do you, Heisenberg?
Sell drugs, give blood, other bodily fluids, whatever you can.
Plasma is what you meant,
Plasma's
right?
nice.
Yeah.
Very profitable.
Also, if you guys haven't seen, Underdog did bring out 2 single entry contests today. The Bulldog $75 entry, 50 grand up top. And then they have the Corgi $5 entry and 25 up top. A single entry becoming some of my favorite to enter because it does level the playing field. So definitely check that out, everybody.
Yeah, bitch.
He said more of a Jesse.
Yep. All right. We're going to head on out. Appreciate everybody riding with us. We will be back tomorrow night with another Best Ball Mania draft. We will touch on probably some more over-unders. We did that on our last episode before Andrew went on vacation. We'll take a look at some more season-long totals on Underdog. Do that for maybe like 10, 15 minutes, and then jump into a live Best Ball Mania draft.
Yeah, maybe Kneecap will come and visit us tomorrow again with that Chubb video, as Jake's pointing out.
I love it. I love it. Hey, find us on the Twitters and send that thing at arob23 at Best Ball Bruni. We want to see it. I want to see that Nick Chubb hitting the ground hard. All right, everybody, take care. Be well. Be good. If you can't be good,